Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
All right, and we're back. Welcome to another episode of Ant in His Corner. Coming out the white corner, my name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
And coming out the black corner, my name is Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
Welcome to Ant in His Corner, where we settle the score once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything. And this week, what we talking about, Bill?
Hey, who did it better? We have another episode of Who Did It Better. Today, we are going to battle with the song Slow Jam. Who did it better?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
As Bill just said, we are going to be looking at Slow Jam, Midnight Stars, 1983 version versus 1997, I believe, by Usher featuring Monica. Who did it better? To make this question a little bit digestible, what we're going to be looking at is three different guidelines. We're looking at vocals, we're looking at production, and we're going to be looking at overall impact. So let's jump right into it, Bill. When it comes to vocals, who did it better? Midnight Star or Usher and Monica?
Woo! Who did it better? Midnight Star is one of my favorites. Usher at that time, he came back with his second album, the My Way album. He came back as an adult, or young adult, 18 years old.
The version of Usher that we kind of see,
yes,
going forward in this career.
Absolutely. Monica just finished her first album, about to hit her second album. So we have a couple 17, 18, 19-year-olds going up against, some grown people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that for me, I love Usher and Monica's vocals. But I think I'm going to give the edge to Midnight Star.
And for me, I'm actually going to do the opposite. I love Midnight Star. I love to, select them whenever I want to get funky. I don't necessarily think of them when I think of vocals, though. Now, with Monica, I do. And Usher actually showcased some of his best vocal range, at least on this album, on this song. So for that reason, I'm actually going with Usher and Monica. I think that they actually did their thing with this song better than Midnight Star did. So I got Usher and Monica. You got Midnight Star. They're starting off with the tie. So it's nice to have us on their side. But let's get into it with production.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going to be a tough round to judge because
let's talk about it. Why? Because Kenneth Babyface Edmonds is the one who was one of the writers and producers of the original song. And he also tightened the song up on Usher and Monica's version.
With that being said, I don't know how you could actually vote anything more than a push on this round.
That's a push.
All right, but here's the thing. I would say, well, actually, here's what I'm doing. So yes, it's the same guy behind the instruments, right? However, I do believe that the Usher and Monica version it sounds more modernized. So I do think that what he wasn't able to do because of the technology at the time, he was able to do in 1997, like 14 years afterwards. However, when I listen to Usher and Monica's song today, it does sound dated. It sounds like a song from the 90s. When I hear Midnight Star, that song sounds timeless. So that's just some of the organic energy he was able to capture in the studio in 1983. With that being said, I actually favor the production on the 1983 version, even though it's the same guy behind, the wizard face or whatever. I'm actually going with Midnight Star on this one.
I mean, I understand that. Obviously, he gave some adjustments to make it a 1997 version 14 years later. So he did some, couple of knob turns and
it sound 1997. It sound like that.
Yeah. So he did his thing, but to me again, it's small changes for the most part. So I'm going with the push on that.
All right, cool. I'm not mad at that. All right, so here's actually where we make our voices heard, and that's impact. So overall, who has the bigger impact? Legacy.
Neither song charted. Neither song charted.
So throw that out the window.
Neither song. Well, no, I know Usher and Monica didn't have a video for this song.
It wasn't a single.
I can't remember about Midnight Star if they had I believe they did. I'll put it in the comments if they did or didn't. I'll make sure. But
I don't remember. But at the end of the day, I just remember Midas Touch from them as the only video I ever see from Midnight Star. But I know they got more videos. But
yeah, they got more. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So impact wise, I think Impact was more Midnight Star than Usher and Monica. I remember Jamie Foxx singing this song on some of his stand-ups.
Mm-hmm.
He did it particular on stand-up, and I know he did it on I believe it was the first episode of the Jamie Foxx show when supposedly it was supposed to be R. Kelly coming to to help save the hotel, and
he had the little ball head. I think he sung that on that. Yeah.
I believe he sung that on that, which also that was a play off of the stand-up that he did. And I'm going to go ahead and say, because it's Jamie Foxx, he went towards the Midnight Star version, more so than the Usher and Monica's version.
Yeah, and at that time, the Usher, if that even came out at the time, would have been brand new. It wouldn't have been a single, so he had to be channeling the Midnight Star version. So Slow Jam is it's a Quiet Storm classic. It's just one of them songs that you just hear a lot on Quiet Storm, and I'm typically only hearing one version. I'm familiar with the Usher and Monica version, but that's only because I had the My Way album. I think if I didn't have that album, it was highly likely that I probably would never hear that song. I just think that's just one of them songs that you have the album and you hear it there. I never remember hearing this song on the radio. So with that being said, at least not
their version,
yeah. With that being said, I think it's only fair that I give credit where credit's due, and I'm going to have to give it to Midnight Star to say they have the overall stronger legacy when it comes to impact.
Okay, so $1 million question: who did it better?
All right, so for me, I'm going to go with Midnight Star. I feel like that for it to be released in 1983, me and you can't even identify if they had a music video, but for some reason we're familiar with this song. That shows that it has its fingerprints on the culture to where that's just, they did it better. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I'm not going to guess and speculate, but I am speculating. Who did it better, Bill?
I piggyback. I can go ahead and go with Midnight Star as far as who did it better.
I'm not mad at that. Whenever we agree, I typically scratch my head. But all right, so
we typically don't.
Yeah, me and you agree on this one, but I don't know if we're gonna agree with that comment section. What way can we actually figure out what's
y'all some haters, man. Y'all some haters. I love y'all though, man. Y'all some haters. But hey, y'all know what to do. Go to the comment section. You guys know what we call it. We call it My 2 Cents. Let us know who did it better. Usher featuring Monica or Midnight Star? Who did it better? Usher, Monica, Midnight Star.
All right. What's another way that they could show support, Bill?
Hey, y'all know what to do. Like this video. That comment, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Guys, good Lord, just hit subscribe. 1 second, hit subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that when we upload any new content, you are instantly notified.
Awesome. And then where can they find us at, Bill?
We're on IG and Twitter at and in this corner 1. That's the number 1. At and in this corner 1.
There we go. Hey, outside of that, Bill, that's all that I got. Peace.
Ace.